Maverick 100.9, Aggieland's country alternative. It's Cordless, and I finally got to meet a new Aggieland artist, Cash Byers from the band Big Valley, on with me now. It has been so nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I listen to Maverick all the time, and I know all our guys do when we're working.
Right, and it's kind of that switch up between being musicians and then having your big boy jobs, right?
Oh yeah, I teach guitar lessons for a day job, and then it's kind of a dynamic shift to go from talking about music to just you got to go do it. It's a very different feel.
I bet. Well, I mean, trust me, nobody would expect me and all the music I work with to ever go out and actually make music.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Well, it sounds to me like you are twice the worker that I am. We talked about, you finally got an EP out now, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the recording process through COVID and everything was a little tough, right?
Yeah, we had to work it out. We have a studio that we use. It's a friend of ours actually owns a studio above his house in Dallas, and we went up there, and it was a crazy time trying to work out all the social distancing and recording stuff. We'd have to send people outside when one person was recording, and then we'd have to bring up one person could filter back in, and we had separate waiting rooms. It was a nightmare, but I think the EP turned out really good, and I'm
right. At least you have a finished product to show for all that tough work. And we're going to debut some of it here for you. Your first single is Sundown. Tell me a little bit about that before we take a listen.
So Sundown, we wrote it about, I want to say, maybe 3 months into starting being musicians. We didn't do anything with it for a longer after that, but we wrote it on our first tour, we would call it. We went up to New Mexico, through Amarillo, up into Colorado. We had some connections and some friends up there, so we went and played. And while we were on our way, someone bought a pitcher for our table. Then they bought a pitcher for the bar, and then they bought a pitcher for the bartender. And so I got the idea from the song: one for the bartender, one for the table, one for the girl with the fire in her eyes, because someone was buying pitchers for everybody. So figured it was time to make a song out of it.
That is adorable. Well, then it's time to debut it to everyone listening to Maverick 100.9 for the very first time. This is Big Valley and Sundown.
Yeah, there's been plenty of nights when I hit my limit. Plenty of nights where I've given up. But too many once in a lifetime moments passed me by 'cause I didn't care enough. And all of the honky tonks and the bars, I played them all with this old guitar. And all of the faces of all of the people faded away when they shut down the lights. And one for the bartender, one for the table, and one for the girl with the fire in her eyes, and one for the boys up there making all the noise. Pass it around when the sun goes down. Hey! And at the end of the night when the bars are closed down, we'll pack up our gear to head out again. As we pull off on that old dirt road with just enough tips to make the next show. Where it's one for the bartender, one for the table, and one for the girl with the fire in her eyes, and one for the boys up there making all the noise. We'll pass it around when the sun goes down. We'll pass it around when the sun goes down. One for the bartender, one for the table, and one for the girl with the fire in her eyes, and one for the boys up there making all the noise. Yeah, we'll pass it around when the sun goes down. Hey, pass it around when the sun goes down. Hey.
Maverick 100.9. You heard it here first. That was Sundown by Big Valley. We got Cash Buyers in with me right now. Now, is the whole Big Valley band, because it's huge, you said it's 7-piece?
Yeah, we have fiddle, pedal steel, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, which is what I play, vocals, harmony vocals, drums, bass, keyboard. We're working on a trumpet.
Oh, goodness.
We really like the jam band aesthetic, and the thing that, like, the Grateful Dead, the Allman Brothers, I mean, I wouldn't call Allman so much a jam band, but I love the idea of make music the way that you want your music to sound live, and if you work it all out that way, it's an unforgettable show.
I totally agree with you on that. And is everybody around the College Station area?
Yeah, so all of our guys are either BCS locals, Aggies, or Aggie alum. We're all...
Wow. That is incredible. You know, it just gives you the bigger picture as to how many musicians live in our town and how extraordinary they are. And I find it a bit overwhelming at times. You'd think working in radio and knowing all the people I do, that it would be impossible for me to find more new artists, but here you come.
I've been wanting to come talk to you for a minute, so I'm just glad we were finally able to make something happen and get in contact.
Absolutely. And I'm even more excited to hear more music from you. So as we were talking earlier, you did actually have the opportunity to record a full EP, and it's available everywhere now?
Yeah, it's on Spotify, Apple Music. I think we have a YouTube channel that you can find it on. I'm really proud of it. The EP is called Small Town, Texas. Mm-hmm. And several of the songs in that EP came from that tour that we were talking about before. There's a lot of stories. There's probably more stories than I've got time to tell today.
Well, that's why everybody just needs to go get that new album, Big Valley. Cash Buyers, thank you so much for debuting it here on Maverick.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.